representative of the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, Principal Secretary present, the Chairman of NEC, the Chief Executive Officer NEC, officers involved in the administration of the 2022 National Examination, the NEC staff, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. First and foremost, I want to register my apology for keeping you waiting. I know I was supposed to be here around 1 p.m. It is not my habit or that of the new administration to keep people waiting. We keep time in all circumstances. But today we had a very serious engagement with our development partners and the private sector with the President at State House, Nairobi, trying to raise about 16.9 billion to mitigate the effects of climate change and to intervene with the effects of the ravishing drought and famine across the country, which has also affected your sector in terms of day scholars and pupils in primary schools. So it was a fundraising exercise. And you know, when you are looking for money, you don't become impatient. You just wait. You know, this begging has no dignity. So we kept on asking for more and more. Even your minister was with us. We excused him to come here, and I waited until we got the last penny. So I want to apologize. The new administration respects people and respects officers. We will not ever again keep you waiting, because it is not right. You have left your stations and you have work to do. We would have wanted to finish with you early so that you go. So have you forgiven me? Thank you very much. Asante sana. We gather here this afternoon to launch the 2022 National Examination Season. This marks the start of a transition of our candidates at both the KCPE and KSC levels to the next stage of the academic journey. We commend them for their perseverance and discipline along the way. This is the first national examination under the Kenya Kwanza government. It is also the first examination after the COVID-19 pandemic, which has since gone down. We are glad the normal academic calendar takes shape early next year. Further, this examination takes place when we, through the Presidential Working Party, are engaging Kenyans on the education system they want, which will deliver the requisite to plug the job market demands. The clamor for reforms was triggered by the competence-based curriculum CBC, which currently has enrolled over 8 million children from pre-primary to grade 6. I would like to appeal to parents, guardians, and stakeholders to continue giving their views to support the reform of our educational system. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenya is among the top 10 countries in Africa with the highest internet connectivity. In addition, close to 30 million Kenyans are on broadband. We have also rolled out 5G internet speed. This is a deliberate government effort to open new horizons for the youth in employment creation and alleviation of poverty. This will also enhance traditional economies to perform better in the new world of work. We are also seized of the fact that learning activities were interrupted by several insecurity challenges, especially in the North Rift and other areas prone to cattle rusting and criminal activities. President William Ruto has firmly committed to take every measure to end this criminality. We have mooted a multi-agency short-term plan to ensuring that schools in the hotspots are not interrupted. We will also go an extra mile for every child in those areas to sit their exams as planned. Ladies and gentlemen, officers, we know that the ongoing drought has affected schools, especially day scholars who constitute around 70% of our secondary schools. In addition to the food distribution, in arid and semi-arid areas, measures are being put in place to ensure students do not miss exams due to hunger. Invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, since 2017, the government has been implementing a 100% transition from primary to secondary school. This aims at providing basic education to all. That is why we have activated more TVET institutions across the country to complement universities and the middle-level colleges. Parents and guardians, our girls and boys are adversely affected by the issue of the triple threat: teenage pregnancy, new HIV/AIDS infections, and gender-based violence. This is closely followed by early and child marriages. Our boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, deserve better. We must let them realize their full potential. Let our boys and girls remain in school. There is no motherhood in childhood, and this must be taken seriously by all actors. Ladies and gentlemen, while we are banking on quality education to transform our country, some criminal elements have in the past infiltrated systems with the aim of leaking examinations. We want an equal playing ground for every child to score what they deserve and join their preferred secondary schools and tertiary institutions competitively. We urge vigilance and responsibility. Culprits, I must tell you, will be dealt with firmly and decisively. In conclusion, I call upon parents and all Kenyans of goodwill to assist us in making this examination season peaceful for the candidates. On behalf of His Excellency President William Ruto and my own behalf and the government of Kenya, I wish all candidates a fruitful examination seasons, and we look forward to celebrating you once the results are released. Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki. If I may just add one or two things, I want first and foremost to commend all of you for your commitment and patriotism in supporting our children. Managing exams is a hectic exercise. Indeed, it is a calling. I don't think anybody can pay you for the sacrifice. So on behalf of government, we want to thank all our education officers, all our officers from the National Government Administration, the supervisors, the invigilators, and all those who in one way or another play a role to make sure that the examinations are carried out in a peaceful and seamless manner. Your efforts, the education officers, in conjunction with officers of the National Government Administration and our security agencies, have been very successful in the past. I have no doubt in my mind that this year will be no exception. I want to really thank you on behalf of the President, the Kenya government, and the people of Kenya for your patriotism, sacrifice, and commitment in support of our examinations. I would like to say thank you. Secondly, you people have what it takes. Some of us are very conversant with this exercise because we have been members of parliament on the ground with you, and we have worked together. And it will be unfair for us to pretend that we don't know you and what you do, because we know. You know, some people, when God gives them a chance to rise to these high offices, they become arrogant, they look down upon others, and they behave like they don't belong to this country. President William Ruto and I are the products of a miracle. We were just ordinary people, born in ordinary homes, brought up in ordinary circumstances, went to school barefoot, went without food, we had jiggers, we had all sorts of problems. And therefore, where we have reached, we cannot pretend that we don't know the journey we walked through. It is for that reason, our CS education, I want to appeal to you. Please let the ministry look at the facilities available to our sub-county directors of education. I've been there with them. I know. They have no vehicles, they have no offices, they have no furniture, and they are expected to oversee what the teachers are doing. I remember in Madeira constituency, where I was a member of parliament, I had a very ambitious program of transforming all the primary schools into a world-class environment. We renovated all the classrooms, we put tiles, we made it a beautiful place. And then the sub-county director of education, I hope nobody has transferred her from there, of Madeira East, Mrs. Mbai. Is she still here? Or you people have removed her after I left Madeira? Is Mrs. Mbai here? She came to see me and asked me, Mheshimiwa, how do I supervise the teachers? Their offices are so beautiful and modern compared to mine. So when they come to see me, they look down upon me because they live in a better environment. I have seen the agony that our directors, the sub-county directors of education go through. Waziri, we need to back them with facilities for them to be able to have meaningful supervision and provide leadership to the rest of the actors in that particular sub-county. So let us facilitate officers of government, and these officers, I can tell you, they work very hard, and they are very patriotic and concerned about education. I have worked with many of them, and I can tell you, if there is one ministry where officers are committed and patriotic and willing to serve, are officers in the Ministry of Education. So I'll be asking your CS where he needs my support or not, President, will assist him so that we can make your environment better. Our officers of the National Government Administration, you know I'm one of you. It's only a uniform I don't have. But you know where my heart is. I was feeling so bad when you are being misused to do negative things and politics, because that is not your work. You know, I was very unhappy when officers of the National Government Administration were harassing teachers in Kirinyaga County because the teachers are refusing to get involved in politics. The officers of the National Government Administration are the best that this country has, but only if they are deployed positively and appropriately for the benefit of the people. The previous administration used them negatively to go and campaign for Azimio, to intimidate teachers, to harass everybody, and that is not their work. The work you are going to do in this examination season, that is your work and is a good job. The work you do to maintain peace is the right thing. The work you do to make sure there are no boundary disputes, that is good thing. Ahead, we want to ask you to help us in matters of agriculture. We want to map this country. We want to know the agricultural sector. How many acres of coffee do we have? How many acres of tea, rice, sugar, pyrethrum, so that we can be able to look for inputs and fertilizer to assist our farmers. And officers of National Government Administration, the assistant chiefs and the chiefs, they know everybody. They will be able within 2 weeks to tell us the entire acreage under maize, which farmer has how many acres, so that when we plan to assist farmers with fertilizer, we do it spot on because we have the necessary data. And that is an activity that we are going to work with the officers of the National Government Administration. So I want to assure you, the Gao family, in this government, you have an advocate that you don't pay 24/7. And I'll push your agenda. I also know our assistant county commissioners have no dignity because they travel by matatu. They live behind shops in a single room that has no toilet facility. And yet they are expected to have authority over the people. If you get an assistant county commissioner in a matatu and the tout is pushing him asonga and to pay quickly, and then the same fellow goes and finds him in office, he's trying to tell him what to do, he cannot listen. So we must also dignify our officers in the National Government Administration by getting them offices, getting them good residence, and making sure they have vehicles and they have fuel so that they are able to perform. So the deputy county commissioners, the assistant county commissioners, please align yourself quickly with the new government. Quickly. And the new government wants you to serve the people. We don't want you to harass anybody. We don't want you to use thorax. We want you to engage Kenyans and talk to them. That is why when Kenyans started crying about CBC, when CBC was brought, nobody talked to the people of Kenya to ask them what they want. The teachers have been complaining. Parents have been complaining. Pupils have been complaining. And the president decided his government is a government that listens. Why don't we create an opportunity and listen to the people of Kenya? That is why the members of that working party are going around listening to you. We ask teachers, education officers, parents, please avail yourself and give your views. And don't fear anybody. Even if the views look like the anti-government, this new government wants to listen to everything. The previous government had something called praise and worship, where you get leaders just to praise you. Oh, you are so good, oh, we love you, we are happy, and they know it's lies. We have dismantled that choir called praise and worship. If you want praise and worship, you go to your church on Sunday. That is where praise and worship is. Between Monday and Saturday, please, people of Kenya, tell Dr. William Ruto the truth, however bitter it is, so that he can make informed decisions. If you think we are getting it wrong, please tell us, Mr. President, Mr. Deputy President, you are out of order. This is the right thing to do. And we shall take it positively. So please, let everybody go and give your views. And I want to assure you on behalf of the President, the recommendations that will come, we will not even change a comma or a full stop. None of us will change. The views of the people of Kenya will be respected. So let all the stakeholders give your views on the way you want our education system to look like. On matters university, on matter TVET, on matter CBC, on matter of ECDs, on matters to do with the primary schools, secondary school, tell us exactly what you want. Tell us exactly what you want. And you people of the media, tafadhali, muachane na sisi. Our minister here went to explain the challenges we are having in terms of funding university education and the way we need to bring everybody on board, including development partners, to assist us to fund the university education. He gave views of areas we need to continue supporting. Then you people went and said that the new CS education has said that the government is not going to support university education. And you know it's not true. You know, please, let's be objective and help us to build this country. Don't create confusion where there is none. Be fair. And if you have not understood, these CSs in our government are not arrogant. Ask for clarification. If today what I've said here you are not clear, on my way out, ask me, what did you mean by this and that? But don't create a situation that is unnecessary. There is nowhere where our new CS said that the government will not fund university education. He was just trying to explain the challenges around that sector. And we want Kenyans to give views to this working party on university education. We want Kenyans to give views. This is our country, and none of us would be seated on this platform here with this red carpet if we did not go to school. And that is why teachers must be respected. They must be respected. Never again in our administration will any government officer, from the president all the way down, will ever demean and humiliate teachers in front of students. The humiliation that was done to Professor Wainaina of Kenyatta University is regrettable. And that is why the government has reinstated him, because he was embarrassed and humiliated in front of his students. It is wrong. I would not be here myself as Deputy President if I did not go to school. Your CS will not be. Even all of you here, the DCCs, the education officers, one way or another, you owe some gratitude to some teacher somewhere. True or false? Teachers must be respected. It's a noble profession. It's a calling. Nobody can ever adequately compensate a teacher. But when you get educated, then you get a big seat, you think you are God, you abuse teachers like children. That thing we don't want to ever happen again. And in our administration, we not only have respect for teachers, but for all public servants. Let us respect people. It doesn't matter how low they are. One day they'll go up, just like you have gone up your day. Tuheshimiane tafadhali. Na tuwache kiburi na maringo. Haisaidi mtu yeyote. Wacha tuheshimiane. All of us are working for the same government. It's only some are first among equals, but we are the same people. I look at management myself from the perspective of being a team leader. When you are county director of education, you are the team leader in that sector. Don't load over others and shout at them nini before they are juniors. Just if you have an issue with somebody who is a junior to you, call the office and lock the door and talk to that person between the two of you in private. Yeah? If you think the matter has gone out of hand, put a letter. But don't call your juniors in front of the other juniors and lecture them. And then you expect them to continue managing those people. That respect will not be there. Let us respect each other. And respect costs you nothing. And respect, by the way, is two-way. It is two-way. You respect your juniors, they respect you. You disrespect them, when you talk to them, you turn back that way, wanakufanya namna hii. Si ndio mnafanya? Si unaona? Hakuna haja. Let's respect each other. Let's respect each other. And that is the kind of leadership that we want to bring to this country. So, good people, I wish you well. Please work hard. Help us to deliver these examinations. It's our first exams as the Kenya Kwanza government under William Ruto. And we plead with you, Mstuangushe. You know, many people are not giving us a chance. Our marking scheme was so low. So, mtusaidie tupandishe marks kidogo. Tafadhali. Give us a chance that we are fellows who know what they are doing. And I want to say, I want to tell the people of Kenya, please, don't be conned. No Kenyans like being conned. People put things on the internet, on WhatsApp, that they can leak exams for you. Which ones? And then you pay money, then you start crying you have been conned. If you are conned, it's up to you. Why do you want to get conned? Is there any examination papers available? So when you put exams online and say at a fee I can give you the questions, it's a lie. And Kenyans like being conned, I don't know why. You know? Easy things are not good. If people give you a proposal and the deal sounds so sweet and so easy, think twice. How can somebody get you the questions? It's too easy. Think about it. Think about it. Again, even as we ask Kenyans not to be conned, we have also given instructions to DCI to activate with speed the cybercrime detectives to go through the net and hunt these fellows day and night. The ones who are cheating Kenyans, that they can leak their questions to them. they will be apprehended. And we have told the DCI, look for all these characters. I plead with none of you will be victim. Please, don't. Don't take yourself to, I don't know, I'm not able to translate my Kikuyu, how it is said. Usijipeleke kwa umbwa imefungwa. Si ndio? Imefungwa pale, na wewe mwenyewe unaenda wapi? Please, we have told the DCI to hunt these guys down. So if you are collaborating with them, shauri yako. Ukikamatwa, usiseme sikukwambia. Don't try to collaborate with these crooks who are trying to say they can leak exams and con people. And don't make an attempt to try to leak what has been entrusted to you, because we'll catch up with you. It's not necessary. Si ukule mshahara yako ile kidogo umezoea. Si hiyo ndio yako? Ile kidogo umezoea hiyo ni mzuri. If you think it's not enough, work a little bit harder, then you get promoted, you get a little bit more. It is an easier way. I think it is easier to work hard and get promoted than try to leak exams so that you make some money. Because you are likely to end up in the wrong place. So please let no officer here and across the country, our teachers, all the invigilators, all the supervisors, please, we plead with you not to get corrupted by criminals, to join them in trying to circumvent a good process of administering our exams by trying to leak, because the law will catch up with you and it is not necessary. There is dignity in earning money in a good way. There is dignity of sweat. There is dignity of labor. It is very fulfilling to get you a salary of 50,000 shillings that you have earned for 30 days. It's very fulfilling. Let us all be satisfied with our salary. Let's be satisfied. And if you are not satisfied with the salary, there is nothing wrong with you investing in that salary in farming so that you can make a little bit more. There is no harm in saving in your circle and taking a loan and starting something that can give you some income. That's the only way. Finally, I want to urge you and the people of Kenya, let's pay taxes. I know when we came in, we told KRI not to be very hard on people and to have a positive and friendly tax regime. And some Kenyans are using that to say now they cannot pay tax. I want to say no. Umpatie Kaisari yake. What belongs to Caesar goes to who? Let all Kenyans pay tax. We need money to do all these things we are doing with you. We need money to pay your salaries. We need money to print the exams. We need money to fuel the vehicles used by our security officers. We need money to build roads. We need money to build classrooms. We want to ask every Kenyan to pay their taxes on time and not to try to use our magnanimity that people should not be harassed to evade paying tax. We want everybody to pay tax because we need it for our recurrent and development expenditure. So kwa hayo mengi mimi natakia nyinyi mema. Tutakuja huko kuona vile mnaendelea. I think waziri atatupangia. We come and open the containers early in the morning. And I've heard you saying that Deputy President has never come here. That's what you said. I want to absolve my boss from blame. William Ruto was willing to come. Lakini si alikatazwa kazi. Yeah, let's be fair. I don't think President William Ruto, Deputy President then, he's a very hard-working man. He wanted to be here. He wanted to be everywhere. Lakini akaambiwa akae kando. Sasa angefanya nini? So, as we are ready for work, we will be with you everywhere. Tutafuatana na nyinyi kila pahali. Hizo container mkifungua tutakuwa hapo. It's only we cannot be allowed to come and do invigilation. Kama tungekubaliwa tungekuwa hapo. Mimi na president, we are looking for work. Unajua tulinyimwa kazi miaka 5. Can you imagine? When you are somebody who is hard working and then you are stopped from working, you can even get sick. That is why simunaona vile tunangangana. We are ready to work. We were ready even then. We were stopped from working. And because we could give a contribution, this country almost ground to a halt. The economy is down, everything is not working. And I said during the inauguration, and people said I'm mischievous, I should not speak the truth before visitors. I will speak the truth when visitors are around and when they are not around. Because the truth will not change. It will remain what? The truth. So please, don't say that you have never found a deputy president. I want to absolve my boss. He was denied an opportunity to be with you. Now that he is president, he'll be with you all the time. And for me, he has not only allowed me to work, he has given me 9 functions. I come to office at 6, I leave at 11 p.m. every day. I have 9 functions. I'm a very busy man, and I thank the president for allowing me to work. So I must compensate for the 5 years we lost. Even him, for the 5 years he did not work, he must work double so that we cover the 5 years. So as you say that the deputy president never came, you are the rider. He never came because he was not allowed to. Tumekubaliana? Mumesafisha bosi yangu? Musiseme alikataa, bana, alikatazwa. Na hakuna mtu ajui hiyo. Nyinyi ni watu mmesoma. You knew what was happening. So mimi nimefurahi sana. Asanteni sana, tunatakia nyinyi mema. Mukirudi, murudi salama salimini. Musalimie jamii. Say hi to your families. Say hi to everyone.